Hey guys and girls, my name's THEGAMINGTECH. Welcome on into the channel. I have been playing a heck of a lot of Once Human. I must admit, when I first seen the game, I wasn't sure if it'd be something I'd like, so I never took part in any of the betas or anything like that. But now on full release, I jumped in because obviously it's free to play, and holy moly, have I had a heck of a time with this game. I've had a lot of fun with this game. I've got about 30 to 40 hours in the game so far, and yeah, I've enjoyed every minute of it, to be fair. It's been really good. Graphics are good, gameplay seems to be pretty decent as well. Obviously, I'm here today to share some of my tips that I've sort of picked up along the way, and hopefully this is going to help some of you guys out. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and obviously hit that like button on the video if you think any of my tips are helpful. Obviously, chuck some comments, any tips that you think I should be mentioning in another video, because I'd like to do another video hopefully, and we'll just get jumped into it, and I'll let you see what we're getting up to. Okay, so the first tip we'll go for is keep on top of your journey quests. Obviously, when you complete them, it gives you items, whether it's experience or energy links. Same with this as well, you see there. And it gives you all these little bits and pieces. And it's certainly a good way of earning some experience and energy links as well. So keep on top of that. Keep a lookout at your tasks. Could be some really good rewards for completing some of the tasks. Like say there, that mission there's going to give us weapon blueprints, and like say these missions here are going to give us items as well, which is always handy. And then you can get a beret from there for an armor blueprint. So yeah, keep an eye on your missions. Try and do a lot of your side quests as well, because you can get a lot of good rewards for it. You can see there I've got a few to run through. Obviously you've got Follow the Stardust, that's your main missions, that's your world tasks, and then you've got commissions. You get weekly commissions, so keep an eye on them. You can either summon V, he can give you the commissions, or you can go to a settlement, likes of, where are we? See, like say Deadsville, there's usually a vendor there that'll give you your commissions as well, so do that. That's a weekly thing, so keep on top of that. Another one to keep an eye on is looking at your season goals. Go into that and just have a quick little look. Some of them can be really easy to complete, and obviously you get items for doing certain things, and you get those these marks as well, which will be able to be used in the season shop. We'll have a look in there in a second. So a lot of them are quite easy to do, so keep an eye on them. You want to keep on top of that, and you can get some points, and that should hopefully get you some good items in the store. You've got challenges, stuff like that. So let's have a quick look in the store. So yep, you've got all sorts of different things, and I think there's possibly some good items here. So like say this here, we've got a crate. It's only 55 marks, and it looks like you get a whole load of cool items, which I've got about 30 hours in this game, if not more, and I've never seen this. So yep, let's let's buy that. So yep, you definitely want to do that. Even just the once. Let's just do the once, confirm purchase. That one's locked. Let's see, phase 1. Oh, now there's a much better bed. Look at that. Isn't that fancy? Yep, so you can also use your star chrome as well in here to get other items as well. It's an interesting little bed there. What's this? A plush toy. Now, I do think I need a toy for one of the Deviants, so I may get that. Yep, so keep an eye on that as well. Obviously you've got season info where I tell you all about it, and then no idea what this is. So obviously at the time of recording, it's like just over 9 hours for the second phase. So it'll be interesting to see what that is. So maybe spend some time and try and get some of this done. I don't know if this one disappears once you've unlocked the other one. I don't know if it still continues. I'd like to think it does. So you've got the chance to obtain quite a few different things. Okay, so something else that I didn't even know was a thing. And apparently there's a redeem code. So if you hit F3, it takes you into this screen here. Obviously, the other thing as well is to keep an eye on this event as well, because you're getting a lot of stuff here. So yeah, keep an eye on that. And it tells you, the good thing is it tells you what to do. So there's obviously a few things I'm needing to complete here. I didn't actually keep an eye on these, to be fair, so I need to do that. Yeah, keep on top of that. So when we're in this screen, at the bottom here, press X, or click on it, to open redeem code, and just put in some codes, and you're getting items. Now what I'll do is I'll put a link to the website that I found. I just googled once human redeem codes, and it came up with this site here. So I'll put a link to this in the description as well to hopefully help you guys out. And yeah, basically just copying and pasting into here, and we're getting a load of stuff. So yeah, that's another one for you guys. Hopefully you'll find that useful. Obviously, if you know of any redeem codes and stuff like that, feel free to put it in the comments. And obviously other people will be able to benefit from that as well as myself. So that'd be awesome if you could do that as well, guys. Another thing to periodically do, and it's beneficial, is move the base. So you can move your base to different areas, and there's a few reasons for doing this. One is for obviously better resources. As you progress the game, you unlock different tiers, and those tiers are in different areas essentially. And yet you want to move your base periodically, and that will help get better resources. Not only that, when you look at teleporting, I need to get closer to the base. When you look at teleporting, it does actually use your energy to teleport. So the further you are away from somewhere, the more it's got to cost to teleport. So bear that in mind as well. I've probably wasted a lot of points teleporting from various locations because my base was too far away. When you've got loads of points, it doesn't really matter as much, but early game, you certainly want to be a bit frugal with your points and stuff like that. So that's another little handy tip that will help keep some of your stuff. Now, to move your base, it's pretty simple. You've probably seen it already. If you go into the build menu, and you can see on the left hand side there, you've got a Z to move the territory, and then obviously that brings up the ghost. If I press the at key, that lets me go into a different mode, so I can actually move up and down. So you can actually see a lot easier and how your base is going to be positioned. So obviously you can hold Alt and you can adjust the height of the base, so you can make sure that you don't have anything sort of covered up by the ground. And obviously you want to make sure that any raised bits are accessible for your deviants to get in and out the building, so they can go out and gather items. So once you're happy with the placement, you can just left click. It'll give you the warning message, 10-minute cooldown. It's not going to cost anything to move, so we can just confirm that. And there, the base is repositioned. And like I say, you just want to make sure that there's stairs for the deviants to get out so they can go gather, because some of them rely on that to get in and out, and hopefully that helps. And like I say, it does benefit periodically moving, especially when you go into a new area, because you'll get all the new materials for that tier. Can like say over here we've got iron and stuff like that, so bear that in mind. And there's no harm in moving, and obviously it's beneficial to yourself as well for saving the old energy points. Okay, another wee thing we're going to look at here is to do with water collectors and obviously the water tanks. Now you can see in the water collector we've got 115 in each of these. Now it's not filtering down into this water tank. Now you can see I've got pipes connected, but when I go into the build menu, you'll see one's feeding into that, and then it's showing the flowy water as coming from the container into that one. So I believe what's supposed to happen is you should be able to have the pipes, they've got to come sort of vertically. So if we go back into the build menu, now normally you press V to connect a pipe. Now it's automatically going to the nozzle at the bottom there for the tap, so we're not going to be able to feed it. So what I'm thinking is we're going to move these water containers. I'm going to move them up the stairs now. Let's see if we can do this. Let's relocate. I don't want to dismantle them because that'll lose any water that's already in them. Let's come up here. Now, just going to do this for science. I might do something a little bit better once I understand how it works. Now, I can't have it too close to the edge there, so let's pop that there now. Now, what we'll do, dismantle that. Let's copy that. Let's pop that there. Then we'll relocate this again. Let's see if we can spin it round. Now you see there that that's now showing going down into there. Now, can we relocate this one? Right, so looking at that one has drained. It has gone into that. So yeah, it looks like it's slowly got drained down. Obviously, I'll probably do something a little bit better, but you guys get the idea. So keep an eye on the flow of the water, just in case you're wondering why your water tanks aren't draining into the water container there. Okay, so I've played about with the water containers and I managed to get them working a lot better. So you can see there that the pipes are now going down into the container, and they should both be filling the container up, which it appears to be, which you can see there. Both the water is filtering down, which is awesome. Okay, so another thing we can look at while we're in this area is another thing to get good rewards from is a thing called Morphic chests. I haven't actually encountered one myself, but there's one apparently close by, so we're going to go check that out and see if we can gather the materials from it. Now, from what I believe, you've got to cause enough damage within a short time frame to make sure it doesn't heal itself. Let's see if we can get over here because it is close by. Now, you see there, see in my backpack, The little yellow light is flashing. Now, if we're near one of these, now I didn't realise this is what this light was for. I've seen it flashing numerous times. Yeah, if we're near a Morphic chest, the light will start flashing faster, and it'll pop up. Now, it could be this. Investigate. Right, let's try that. Let's see if we can copy what it's doing. So, upset, upset, upset. What is it? Upset, upset, upset. Oh, right, okay. So that's different. So yeah, basically copy what it does. And there we go. We've got a drop there. So we've got some energy links, some stellar planula, if that's how you say it. A short suppressor and controller. That is pretty cool. So the one I had seen, you basically had to shoot it or do as much damage as you can. But that one just goes to show there's other types out there, which is quite interesting. So yeah, if you see the camera one, and it basically puts up a copy of yourself, do the same action as it's doing, and you get the reward. That is pretty nifty. So I've learnt something new there as well. Awesome. Now, the other thing we're just seen in the distance, just after doing the Morphic chest one, is this pink orb. You want to come over to the pink orbs and you want to try and complete the objectives within them. And it could be, a lot of them are sort of kill enemies and stuff like that. Now, this one we've got to be on our guard. The good thing is it gives us a minigun, so we've just got to take out the enemies. Gives us in the top left an objective and how many enemies to beat until the next sort of wave. See, that one was just 10, now we've got 25, so they could come from any direction. Pretty simple to do. There we have it, there's a reward. Nice and simple, we're even getting a deviation as well. There's something else for you guys to look out for. Plus obviously energy links and stuff as well. So you get decent rewards just by looking out for some of these things that are out and about in the world. Certainly worth doing if you come across them. Another good little tip is to keep yourself hydrated and fed. So if I just keep drinking some water, once it's full, you'll see it'll come up with no hydration drop for 20 minutes. So that's a nice little buff, and same with food. You basically fill yourself, no energy loss for 20 minutes as well, so that's a nice little tip to keep yourself hydrated and fed, and just before you leave your base or something, especially if you're going to go out exploring or even a combat situation, so that's a nice little one there. Okay, another one is the Deviants. Obviously, we want to make sure that we're utilising all we can. I think to begin with, the Deviant storage, you get 5, and you can upgrade that, and you can get 10. I don't know if it's going to get upgraded again, it probably will. But you want to keep an eye on your Deviants, so you want to utilise them the best you can. So we can have a look in here, and you can see this one here. We are getting these armour items, and that can be quite handy in the crafting sides of it. So it's always handy to look at the deviants and see what's best suited for what you're needing. Obviously we've got the beaver there, who's basically passively out collecting wood, which is good. And you can also see on the left hand side the requirements that the deviants need. So keep an eye on that. Obviously music, so I've got a radio in front of them. Obviously electricity, so I've got them all powered anyway. And some of them have some pretty simple requirements. Some of them want toys, some of them want plants. So yeah, keep an eye on them. And obviously the most useful one, and you'll find these very easily, is the Digby boys. These guys are awesome. They'll just passively go out and collect everything that's in about your area. So if you're in an area with iron, stuff like that, they'll go out and collect it. So it's pretty good. So it almost saves you from having to go out and collect the stuff yourself. Kind of likes it there. He's full. And again, we've got the maxed out. The other thing to do as well is click on this box here. I think by default it's set at 30. Now you want to make sure, I think it's better to have it so once it's got full energy, it'll then go out and work, and obviously as the energy level drops down it'll stop working and then it'll come back to rest. So that's what I do with all of them, is I'll put them up to the maximum and let them do their thing, and just periodically come in, collect all their items, so they're not full. Like I say, this one finds random items. And to get the Digby boys, you probably have seen it already. It's when you're out mining materials. I got a lot of them when I was mining, like say silver. They seem to pop up quite a lot. But I have seen it pop up with other materials as well, whether it's sulfur, copper, all that sort of stuff. So just periodically do some mining and you might randomly get a Digby boy. Let's try a bit of iron over here. If I had silver, I bet you'd get one. Nah. Oh dear. Typical. Obviously, the beaver, it took me a little bit of time to do it and actually had the help from chat when I was doing my live stream. But one of the places to get him is actually at this place down here. Where are we? At Myers Market. So if we teleport there, now we might be lucky and there might be one here. It actually took me a few attempts and it was just a random encounter when we found it. I was just riding by on the bike and found one. But to find them, you should be down the back here at a little pier. Doesn't look like there's going to be one here, but I'll show you where it is. Yeah, so on the pier, it's either on this one or this one. I think it's this one. And it'll randomly come in. Now what you can do is go back to the teleporter and change world, come back, have a look, or you might just be lucky, you might be passing and you'll find it here. I have heard that you can find it in other locations as well. Usually, obviously, at bodies of water. I think another location I did see something on was there's a bridge just over by Deadsville, and I think it was round about this area here. So that's another place to check out as well. So hopefully that helps there. Okay, so in order to get some salt, you will come over to the ocean, no matter where you are. As long as you're on the ocean, you can gather seawater. And you can do this passively. Again, you could go make yourself a cup of coffee, whatever. Gather a whole load of seawater, and then we'll take that back to the base. And then we'll be able to make some salt. So what I'll do is I'll gather a load, and then we'll go back to the base. Okay, so I've gathered some salt water. So now I want to turn that into salt. And obviously I want to come to the electric stove. And you can see there we can do salt. And we can just set that up to craft. Try and do as many as we can. So we can only do 5 stacks at the moment. And that's going to take a fair bit of time to do, I think, by the looks of it. That's going to take some time. So we can leave that to go, and when we come back we can check on the progress. The other thing you could do is obviously you could set up multiple stoves so you can get more and more salt in a shorter period of time if you needs be. So we'll come back and check this later on. Okay, so we should have a fair bit of salt now. Yeah, I've got some collected here. You can see there, I'll collect that as well. So yeah, it does tell you how long it's going to take, and I think it was like 8 minutes or so for the whole lot, so that's not too horrendous, but when you've got a lot of them, it will add up. So what I did do is I've actually made another electric stove there, so that's going to help in the long run. So now we've done that, we can actually have a look at the meat dryer. And obviously I've got a whole load of salt on me, so we can add that in. I don't know how much we can actually add. I don't know if we can add more than 100. Right, okay, so it can only hold 100, so that's fine. Obviously the ingredients can then be added. And obviously it's a meat dryer, so it's going to be meat. So we're going to deposit all the meat I've gathered at the moment. And then there, you've got the time and how long it's going to take to dry. Now, I believe that whenever you're cooking with the dried meat, it might increase your water usage, so bear that in mind. Always make sure you've got plenty of boiled water or something like that as well. So hopefully that's handy there. Now, the other good thing with making salt, obviously you can do that passively. You can collect a whole load of seawater, and then whenever you're out doing stuff, you can set up your cookers to make some salt. Not only does it give you experience, obviously it gives you the salt, which you can use in the meat dryer, stuff like that. And the other good thing with it is you can actually sell it to vendors. So if we go to, like say, Greywater Camp, for instance, now we're here, what we'll do is we'll go to one of the vendors. I think they could be up here. Now it could be this chap here. Let's speak to Jonathan. Yep, so we can sell, obviously we can purchase as well from them, which comes in handy because you can actually get some magazines and stuff like that, and it uses the energy resource as well. So so what we can do is go into sell, go to consumables, and there we've got salt, and we're going to get 100 energy from that. So you're getting 100 energy link for such a simple process to go through. So it's not too bad. And then obviously you can sell other items as well if you wish. But certainly salt, if we're going to be making a lot of it, then yeah, any excess would probably be a good idea to sell, get some extra income. I don't know if there's a way of... the fastest way would be to do select all and then sell. Obviously you'd unclick, you'd uncheck the items you didn't want to sell, like that. And that would be better. Right, okay. And you can see there the seller has a limit to what they can give out as well. So yeah, hopefully that helps as well. Give you some passive sort of income as well. Obviously, that'll do it there for the tips that I've been gathering so far. Until the next time, and I shall see you in the next tip video. Obviously, thank you very much for watching. Take care. If you've liked the video, please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't, and ring that bell. Leave a comment, even if it's an emoji for engagement. As always, I'll leave a link on the left for the series, as well as another video of interest. And on the right, a link to this channel. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.